Success doesn't wait. Why are you? Let that sink in for a second. Success doesn't wait. It doesn't pause for you to feel ready. It doesn't knock twice. It moves forward, with or without you. And here's the truth. Many of us say we want success. We dream about it. But when it comes time to move, to act, to chase it, we hesitate. We wait. We stop ourselves. In today's lesson, we'll talk about some powerful lessons that will change how you think about success and teach you English while doing it. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Waiting for the right time is a trap. We often say, I'll do it when I'm ready. But here's the truth. There is no perfect time. Waiting for the right time is just a polite way to avoid fear. Success doesn't wait for the calendar to be perfect. It rewards the bold, not the delayed. Example. Imagine a student who wants to start learning English, but keeps saying, I'll start next month when I have more free time. Guess what? Next month becomes next year. And they're still in the same place, while others have moved forward. Solution. Start now, even if it's messy. Even 10 minutes a day is better than waiting for a full hour that never comes. Speak one sentence today. Read one paragraph. Watch one video with subtitles. Success comes to those who start before they're ready. Lesson 2. Overthinking is the enemy of action. Some people don't wait for time, they wait for certainty. They want to know everything before they begin. What if I fail? What if I sound stupid in English? What if people laugh at me? But here's a secret. Everyone feels that way. The only difference is, successful people act anyway. Example. Let's say someone wants to improve their speaking skills. They spend weeks watching YouTube videos on grammar, pronunciation, accents. But they never actually speak. So they know more, but they do less. And their fear of making mistakes keeps them stuck. Solution. Do it scared. Do it wrong. Do it anyway. The fastest way to learn English, or anything, is to make mistakes and learn from them. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Record your voice. Join a speaking group, even if you only say one sentence. Success doesn't wait for perfect words. It moves with brave ones. Lesson 3. Consistency beats intensity. Some people start strong. They study 5 hours in one day, then nothing for the next 10 days. Success isn't about doing something once really well. It's about doing something every day, even if it's small. Example. 2 learners start studying English. Student A studies for 5 hours on Sunday, then nothing all week. Student B studies for 20 minutes every day. After 1 month, Student B is ahead because they kept going little by little. Solution. Create a habit, not a heroic moment. Use a planner or app to track your daily progress. Set a small, clear goal. Today, I will learn 5 new words. Today, I will listen to 1 English podcast. Tiny steps lead to big wins, because success follows consistency, not drama. Lesson 4. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Fear is loud, but doubt is silent and dangerous. Fear says, what if you fail? Doubt says, you probably can't do it anyway. It's the quiet voice in your head that says, maybe I'm not smart enough. My English will never be good. People like me don't succeed. But here's the truth. That voice is lying. It's not your potential speaking. It's your past pain, your past failures, your past opinions. And while you're doubting yourself, someone with half your talent is out there doing it. They don't wait to feel confident. They build confidence by acting. Example. Think about Maria. She's from Brazil and wants to apply for a remote job where English is required. She has the skills. She's done the work. But every time she opens the application, she closes the tab. Why? Because doubt whispers, you're not ready. They won't pick you. Meanwhile, someone else with less English, but more courage gets the job. Solution. Silence doubt by proving it wrong, daily. You don't need to believe you're amazing yet. You just need to say, I'm going to do it anyway. Start with actions that scare you just a little. Introduce yourself in English on a video call. Comment on an English video. Ask 1 question in class. Each time you do something doubt tells you not to, you grow louder and doubt grows weaker. Lesson 5. Failure is a step, not a stop. Many people wait because they're afraid of failure. They think failure means the end. But successful people? They see failure as feedback, a tool, a lesson. Every failure is just information. It's the world saying, not this way. Try another. Success isn't a straight road. It's a messy, winding, confusing journey filled with small failures that teach you how to win. Example. Let's say Daniel tries to speak English in a meeting, but he forgets a word. He gets nervous. He stumbles. He feels embarrassed. He thinks, I'll never do that again. That's the moment most people quit. But if Daniel sees that moment as a lesson, he'll ask, why did I forget that word? What can I do next time? And he'll come back stronger the next day. That's the difference. Solution. Redefine failure as practice. Try this. After every mistake, in English, ask yourself, what did I learn? How can I prepare better next time? Keep a failure journal if you want. But better yet, keep a lesson log. Success doesn't come from never failing. It comes from never quitting after failure. Lesson 6. Motivation fades, discipline stays. Let's be honest. You won't always feel motivated. Some days you'll feel tired, bored, or hopeless. That's normal. The mistake people make is thinking they need to feel good to take action. But successful people, they take action even when they don't feel like it. That's called discipline, and it's the key to everything. Example. Ali is learning English and wants to speak fluently in 6 months. The first week, he's on fire. He watches videos, reads books, practices speaking. But by week 3, he's busy. He's tired. He doesn't feel like it. If he waits for motivation to come back, he might stop for weeks. But if he's disciplined, he'll show up anyway. Even if it's just 10 minutes. Even if it's not perfect. And those 10 minutes a day will add up to success. Solution. Make English a part of your daily routine, not just something you do when you're in the mood. Use a habit tracker. Create a reminder system. Attach English learning to something you already do. Listen to English while cooking. Speak to yourself while walking. Write a sentence every night before bed. Motivation will visit you once in a while. But discipline will live with you and lead you. Lesson 7. Comparison destroys progress. One of the fastest ways to lose motivation is to compare yourself to others. You look at someone who speaks English fluently, and you say, why am I not like that yet? You see someone on social media traveling, speaking confidently, and think, I'll never be that good. But here's the truth. You're comparing your chapter 2 to their chapter 20. You don't see their hard work, their fear, their failures. You just see their highlight reel. Comparison creates jealousy. Jealousy creates discouragement. And discouragement kills action. Example. Let's take Priya. She's been learning English for 3 months and is making great progress. But one day, she watches a video of someone her age giving a TED Talk in English. Suddenly, she feels like a beginner again. She thinks, I'll never speak like that. She loses confidence, slows down her learning, and almost gives up. Not because she was failing, but because she compared and forgot her own path. Solution. Compare yourself only to your past self. Ask, what could I say 30 days ago? What do I understand now that I didn't before? Track your growth, not others' success. You're not in competition. You're on a mission. And your only goal is to be better than yesterday. Lesson 8. Real progress is often invisible. Success is not always loud. Progress doesn't always feel exciting. Sometimes you're doing the work, you're studying, you're practicing, and it feels like nothing is changing. That's when most people quit. But listen carefully. Growth is quiet. Mastery is slow. You may not see results right away, but that doesn't mean you're not improving. Think about this like planting a seed. You water it, care for it, give it sunlight, and for weeks nothing happens. But below the surface, roots are forming. Strength is building. Then one day, boom. Growth. Example. Let's say Alex is practicing English listening every day. For 2 weeks, it feels useless. The words feel fast. The accents sound difficult. But then in week 3, he watches a video and realizes, wait, I understood that entire sentence. That's progress. It was happening the whole time. He just couldn't see it yet. Solution. Keep showing up, even when you don't see results. Trust the process. Success doesn't show up immediately, but it always shows up eventually, if you stay consistent. Use a journal to record your efforts, not just your outcomes. Celebrate effort. Progress hides inside repetition. Lesson 9. Comfort is the enemy of growth. We all love comfort. It's safe. It's easy. It feels good. But success? Lives on the other side of comfort. If you only do what's comfortable, you'll only stay where you are. Growth requires discomfort. Improvement demands challenge. The best learners, the ones who grow fast, don't avoid uncomfortable situations. They walk into them on purpose. Example. Let's meet Sarah. She's great at reading and writing in English, but she avoids speaking. Why? Because it's uncomfortable. She's afraid of making mistakes. So she stays in her comfort zone, and her speaking doesn't improve, even after a year of studying. Then one day, she forces herself to speak during a video call. It's awkward. It's scary. But after the call, she realizes, I survived that. I can do it again. That's when growth begins. Solution: do one uncomfortable thing every day. It doesn't have to be big. Say one sentence out loud. Ask a question in class. Record yourself and listen back. Push your limits in small ways. Comfort will keep you safe, but it will never make you successful. Lesson 10. Your environment shapes your energy. You can't grow in the wrong environment. If you're surrounded by negativity, laziness, and excuses, those things will affect you. Even the strongest mind becomes weak in a toxic space. But the opposite is also true. When you surround yourself with people who are learning, growing, and encouraging each other, your energy changes. You believe more. You do more. You become more. Example: 2 students are learning English. One is in a group where people complain about grammar and say, "This is too hard." The other is in a group where people share tips, celebrate progress, and encourage each other. After 6 months, the second student is speaking confidently because she's in a space that supports success. Solution: protect your environment. Join learning communities online. Follow people who inspire you. Talk to friends who lift you up, not drag you down. And if no one around you supports your dream, be your own biggest supporter. Because sometimes you have to become the environment you wish you had. Lesson 11. Identity shapes action. Your actions are not just about motivation. They are driven by something even deeper, your identity. If you see yourself as someone who always struggles, you'll act like it. If you believe you're lazy or slow or not good at languages, you'll behave that way, even if it's not true. The most powerful shift in your journey comes when you stop saying, "I'm trying to learn English," and start saying, "I am an English speaker." The difference is huge. One is something you're chasing. The other is something you're becoming. Example: let's talk about Omar. He used to say, "I'm bad at English. I always mess up. I'm just not confident." Guess what? His actions matched that belief. He avoided speaking. He never raised his hand. But then, he made one small change. He started saying, "I'm improving my English every day. I speak with courage." Nothing changed outside, but everything changed inside. And his actions followed. Solution: change the story you tell yourself. Write down an identity that serves your goal. Say it every day. I am a consistent learner. I speak English with clarity and courage. I take action even when I'm scared. You don't wait to become that person. You decide to become them now, by how you speak, act, and think. Lesson 12. Tiny decisions shape big destinies. We often think success comes from big moves, big choices, big wins, big breakthroughs. But more often, it comes from small, invisible decisions made every day. Do I watch another video? Or do I study for 15 minutes? Do I speak up in class, or stay quiet? Do I scroll, or do I read one English article? These tiny choices don't feel important, but they stack up. They shape who you become. Example: meet Anika. Every morning, she chooses tea or coffee, Netflix or English podcast. She chooses the podcast, just 10 minutes. At first, it feels like nothing, but after 6 months, her listening skills are 10x better. Why? Because small, smart choices made daily equals unstoppable progress. Solution: master your small decisions. Set up your day to make success easier. Keep your English book by your bed. Put your language app on your home screen. Use sticky notes with English words around your house. Lesson 13. Clarity creates confidence. Many people feel stuck not because they're lazy, but because they're unclear. They don't know what to do next. They don't know what success looks like. They say, "I want to speak better English," but don't define what that means. Without clarity, you stay overwhelmed. With clarity, you feel powerful. Confidence comes from knowing where you're going and seeing your progress clearly. Example: let's take Isaac. He wants to be fluent, but that's a vague goal, so he always feels like he's not doing enough. One day, he breaks it down. "I want to hold a 5-minute conversation without stopping. I want to understand 80% of a podcast. I want to write 1 email a week in English." Suddenly, he has clear goals. And every time he hits one, his confidence explodes. Solution: get specific. Make your goals measurable. Use this formula. I will do what for, how long by when. Examples. I will speak for 3 minutes every day for 30 days. I will learn 10 new words each week for 3 months. I will write a 200-word story in English by next Friday. Success loves clarity. Confidence grows when you can see your wins. Lesson 14. Excuses are lies we tell ourselves. We all have excuses, and they always sound smart. I'm too busy. I'm too tired. I'm not ready. I don't have the right tools. But let's be real. Most excuses are just fear in disguise. Excuses feel true, but they steal time, potential, and opportunity. Every excuse you believe delays the life you actually want. Example. Fatima says she wants to improve her English, but every day she finds a reason. I didn't sleep well. I had too many messages to reply to. I'll do double tomorrow. A week goes by. Then 2. She's not bad at English. She's stuck in excuse mode. Meanwhile, someone with more struggles and less time finds a way. Because they replaced excuses with action. Solution. Call out your excuses. Speak truth over them. Here's a simple trick. Every time you say an excuse, finish it with, and that's why I'm staying where I am. For example, I'm too tired, and that's why I'm staying where I am. I don't have time, and that's why I'm staying where I am. It feels uncomfortable because it's honest. And that discomfort, that's where change begins. Lesson 15. Momentum is built, not found. Let's talk about momentum. That powerful force where everything feels like it's moving forward. You're motivated. You're focused. You're progressing. But here's the truth. Most people wait for momentum to magically appear. They say, I'll start when I feel ready. I'll wait until I'm in the right mood. Once I have time, I'll go all in. But momentum doesn't show up on its own. You have to build it. It's like pushing a heavy car. At first, it barely moves. But once it starts rolling, you barely have to push anymore. Example. Think of James. He hasn't studied English in months. Every time he thinks about starting again, it feels overwhelming. So he keeps saying, I'll begin tomorrow, or next week. And that week never comes. Then one day, he forces himself to study just 5 minutes. It's not much, but he does it. The next day, 10 minutes. Then 15. Suddenly, it feels natural again. Momentum is back, but because he started before he felt ready. Solution. Don't wait for momentum. Build it with small wins. Start today. Start tiny. But just start. Use this rule. Never miss 2 days in a row. If you miss 1 day of practice, fine. Life happens. But don't miss the next one. Your energy comes from movement. Success shows up after you start, not before. Lesson 16. Talk to yourself, not against yourself. Every single day, you have a conversation with someone very important. Yourself. The way you talk to yourself when you make a mistake, when you feel tired, when you fail. That voice controls your future. Some people speak to themselves like enemies. I'm so stupid. I'll never get this right. What's wrong with me? Others speak like coaches. It's okay. I'm learning. I didn't get it this time, but I'll get it next time. I'm proud of myself for trying. That voice can build you or break you. Example. Let's look at Naomi. She gives her first English presentation and forgets half of what she wanted to say. The first voice that comes up says, You embarrassed yourself. Everyone thinks you're a joke. But she's been training her inner voice. So she interrupts it and says, That was scary, but I did it. I'm proud. Next time, I'll prepare even better. Same moment, very different power. Solution. Practice speaking to yourself like someone you care about. Use this question. If my best friend made this mistake, what would I say to them? Now say that to yourself. The most powerful support you'll ever have is already inside your own mind. Lesson 17. Winners work in silence, then shock the world. Sometimes, you don't need to announce your goals. You don't need to explain why you're busy. You don't need to post every step. You just need to work in silence. Let your results speak for you. Some of the most successful learners, speakers, creators, they weren't loud about it. They were consistent. While others talked, they trained. While others scrolled, they studied. While others waited, they moved. Then one day, everyone asks, How did you get so good? And the answer is simple. I worked when no one was watching. Example. Carlos wanted to become fluent in English, but he didn't tell many people. He just showed up every day, watching English videos, writing, practicing, listening. Months later, he visited an English-speaking country. He spoke clearly, confidently. People were shocked. They said, "When did you learn all this?" Carlos smiled. He didn't talk about it. He just did it. Solution. Let your discipline be louder than your words. Make this your motto. I'm not proving anything. I'm improving everything. Your job is not to impress. Your job is to transform. Let results do the talking. Lesson 18. You already have enough to begin. Many people delay action because they think they don't have enough. Not enough time. Not enough knowledge. Not enough talent. Not enough confidence. But here's the truth. You have enough to begin. You don't need perfect tools. You need movement. You don't need full confidence. You need courage. Everything great you'll ever build starts with what you have right now. Example. Lena wanted to start her own YouTube channel to teach English tips. She waited because she didn't have a great camera, perfect lighting, or a perfect accent. One day, she said, "Enough waiting." She used her phone, sat near a window, spoke simply. And guess what? Her first video went viral. Not because it was perfect, but because it was real. Now she's helping thousands of learners who are glad she didn't wait. Solution. Stop waiting for more. Start with less. Whatever you have, use it. Whatever you know, teach it. Whatever you feel, channel it. Great journeys begin with small steps. You're already equipped for the first one. Final challenge. Life doesn't pause, so why are you? Everything you've learned so far? It's powerful. But knowledge alone doesn't change lives. Action does. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You will have hard days. You will feel tired. You will have failures, slow seasons, and moments where nothing seems to work. That's not a sign to stop. That's a test. That's life asking, do you really want this? Success isn't for the smartest. It's for the ones who keep showing up, even when it's hard, even when it's slow, even when no one claps. You already have enough. You already know enough. Now you face the real choice. Will you move, or will you keep waiting? Because success doesn't pause. It doesn't beg for your attention. It moves with or without you. Your 3-part challenge starts today. No more delay. No more hesitation. Here's your challenge, the first steps toward becoming unstoppable. Step 1. Decide who you are. Don't just say, "I'm learning English." Say, "I'm someone who grows, shows up, and speaks up." Write your new identity. Own it. Speak it. Step 2. Commit to one daily action. Choose one thing to do every day. Small is fine. Easy is okay. But it must be every day. 5 new words. 1 voice recording. 10 minutes of listening. 1 journal entry. Tiny habits built daily become who you are. Step 3. Forget perfect. Focus on progress. Mistakes are part of mastery. Embarrassment is part of growth. Messy action beats perfect plans every time. So speak with mistakes. Learn with courage. Grow with fire. Final words. The clock is ticking. Every minute you wait is a minute you lose. The right time is now. The perfect plan. It's the one you act on today. You don't need permission. You don't need more time. You need movement. So when success moves forward, you won't be left behind. Because now you move with it. So I'll ask you one last time. Success doesn't wait. Why are you? Success doesn't pause. Why should you? Success doesn't make excuses. Why would you? The next move is yours.